Running backs normally don't get drafted in the top 10 due to the short shelf life that the position has and how easy it is to replace. But Ashton Jeanty is a little different. He's the kind of running back that if you draft 6th overall, if you're the Las Vegas Raiders, you're going to get somebody that day one is going to become immediately one of the best at his position. Ashton Jeanty, with how good he is right now, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being an immediate All-Pro in his rookie season. And the Las Vegas Raiders, they don't have a lot of talent on offense. You do have Brock Bowers, who had the best rookie season we've ever seen for a tight end. He was an All-Pro in year one. You get Ashton Jeanty, you will have another weapon on that offense. Ashton Jeanty isn't just your traditional running back. He's a weapon. You can run him out wide. He's a better receiver than what you think. He has really good hands, and he's a threat to take it to the house every time he gets his hands on the football. The guy just breaks tackles with ease. It's like he has baby oil on him with how he's just able to slip out of guys' hands, how he's just able to make all of these crazy spin moves. He has a rare blend of elusiveness and power that you don't normally see out of the running back position. And when you're looking for a first-round caliber running back, you're looking for somebody that has elite explosiveness, somebody that has elite acceleration. They get the football and they go 0 to 100 instantly. That's what you see when you watch Jahmyr Gibbs, B. John Robinson, and Saquon Barkley play. That's what the standard is for first-round running backs. Ashton Jeanty is in that same tier. He's one of the best running back prospects that I have ever evaluated. Not only is he good at getting a lot of yards after contact, but he has great vision, regardless if he is behind a bad offensive line. With how patient he is and how good his vision is, he's able to just find just the smallest holes, and he's able to explode through them. The Las Vegas Raiders just extended Geno Smith to like a 2-year mega extension. And when Geno Smith was at his best with the Seattle Seahawks is when he had a ground game. He hasn't had a good ground game these last 2 years. If the Raiders get Ashton Jeanty, now you're able to utilize play action, which is what Geno Smith thrives at. He's one of the most accurate deep ball throwers in the league. Now you're able to have a balanced offense. What killed the Raiders offensively last year wasn't just them having subpar quarterback play, but they were the worst team in the NFL running the football. If you want to be able to survive in the toughest division, the AFC West, home to 4 Hall of Fame coaches when you include Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, along with Sean Payton and Andy Reid, all 3 of those teams have the ability to play complementary football. We know what the Chargers' MO is. They want to run the football at will down your throat. The Denver Broncos, they also are trying to improve their running back room. And if the Las Vegas Raiders pass on Ashton Jeanty, then you risk having to go up against this guy 2 times a year if he's available on the board when it's the Broncos' turn to pick. You give the Broncos a guy like Ashton Jeanty, the Raiders are going to be in for a nightmare season year one under Pete Carroll, because then you're going to have to worry about Bo Nix, Courtland Sutton, then Ashton Jeanty to go along with that. The Raiders are better off drafting Ashton Jeanty, not allowing him to fall in the hands of their divisional rival. Plus, this is a weak draft class. Who else, 6th overall, do you know is going to be able to help you win immediately? Pete Carroll isn't in this thing for a long-term rebuild. I keep hearing rebuild. It's going to take some time. Pete Carroll's the oldest head coach in the NFL. He's like 70-something years old. He doesn't have all these years to rebuild a team slowly, trade back, and acquire capital for next year. He's trying to hit the ground running. He's trying to win now. That's why they went out and they got Geno Smith. If the goal was for the Raiders to rebuild for 3 to 4 years, they would have hired a younger head coach, and they wouldn't have hired the oldest one in the league. Drafting Ashton Jeanty just makes so much sense for the Las Vegas Raiders. And their general manager, Spytech, he came out and pretty much said that his son is going to disown them if they do pass on Ashton Jeanty. Now, of course, that's a little bit, fabricated somewhat. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean it that way, but his son really does love Ashton Jeanty a lot. And I definitely think that with what the Raiders brass has said about Ashton Jeanty over the course of this draft process, he definitely is in the mix for being taken 6 overall. And Tom Brady is the guy who pretty much is running the show, calling the shots in Las Vegas. He hired the GM. He hired Pete Carroll. I could see him taking Ashton Jeanty. This is a weak draft. You don't have a lot of superstar players in this draft, so therefore, you don't have the opportunity to be super selective. Ashton Jeanty, don't overthink it if you're the Las Vegas Raiders. Get somebody that you know is going to be an all-pro caliber player for at least the next 4 to 5 years. I see Ashton Jeanty as a Hall of Fame caliber back, potentially. Not saying that he will turn into that, but at least you know that when you draft him, you're getting somebody that immediately is going to contribute to making you a better football team. If you draft Shedeur Sanders and the goal is to sit him for a year, how better are you getting right away if you're Pete Carroll and you're trying to win? If the goal is to build for long-term success, then passing on Ashton Jeanty in favor of a quarterback makes sense. But if Pete Carroll and Tom Brady are truly trying to live up to their promise of turning this thing around as fast as possible, they would draft Ashton Jeanty. There's not too many better players in this draft. Honestly, if I had to give you the 3 best players in this class in order, it would be Travis Hunter at 1, Ashton Jeanty 2, and then Abdul Carter 3. There are only about 15 players most people assume are worth being a first-round selection. So the Raiders don't have too many options to just pass on a guy. You want to take an offensive tackle in a tackle class that isn't that good? Or you want to draft a receiver high? You want to take Ted McMillan out of Arizona? I don't know about that. Drafting Ashton Jeanty just makes a lot of sense. Go ahead, get you somebody that you know right out the gate is going to be a lead at their position and is going to add to Brock Bowers and what you already have on the offense in terms of weaponry, which you don't really have too much of. Getting Ashton Jeanty now with Brock Bowers, you now have 2 all-pro caliber players on your offense. Then in rounds 2, 3, 4, you can beef up the offensive line, maybe get another guard, another tackle, find another good wide receiver like a Torrey Horton who played pretty much in your backyard, essentially. The draft plan for the Raiders is simple. You take Ashton Jeanty 6 overall. You get you somebody that's automatically going to become one of the best at their position right out the gate. And you get somebody that's going to make you a better football team instantly his first game as a starter.